In the capital castle, Reizo and Shinobu are nursed back to health by Miyagi and Tristan, while Kinemon was forced to admit that Ryakuju had a point when referring to the presence of Kaido, who protects Wano country from enemy attacks. She apologizes to everyone for not being there. Previously, Nekomamushi brushed it aside and asked Kinemon how Zoro was doing. Kinemon explains that he is safe and well, with only serious burns on his face. Even though Okobore City had been burnt, she blushed in acknowledging her beauty even after all these years. While Inuarashi, Kikinoyo and also Reizo expressed their feelings about the sentimentalist Kinemon. Meanwhile, in the remaining part of Okobore City, Suru and Koko talk about Kinemon's return and how Suru plans to move to the flower capital so she can continue to be by her husband's side. Carrot was then summoned to the castle and announced to be the new ruler of Makimo country, and this certainly made him very surprised. Inuarashi and Nekomamushi explained this decision by telling him that they both chose to stay in Wano to serve Momonosuke and leave the next era in Carrot's hands because of his experience at sea. Carrot disagrees, saying there are so many people stronger than him. But Inuarashi and Wanda support the decision by saying that their duty is to protect their country, and most importantly, he carries Pedro's will in his heart. Then, on the other hand, Kozuki Sukiyaki showed himself to his grandchildren and also the samurai, assuming all the samurai had known about it too, except Kinemon, who internally expressed surprise at Sukiyaki's survival. In another room, Frankie and the Straw Hat members find out from Robin that Plutons do exist in Wano, but he hasn't seen them. Robin asks Luffy if he wants to get it, and here Luffy refused on the grounds that he didn't need it. But Robin asked why Odin wanted to release him into the world. A young-looking woman then intervenes in the conversation, who turns out to be Shinobu, having regained her youthful form after Raikuju's attack. On the other hand, a nearby eavesdropping Caribou is shocked by the truth about the Pluton and must tell that person the truth of this. A few days later, the flower capital was busy again in the castle. Momonosuke barged into a room to ask Zoro to teach him some sword techniques, but didn't find anyone. He looked around the castle and found out from Hiri and Deku that they were gone. After saying goodbye to everyone except him and Kinemon, then we are taken to the Takajuden port. Luffy, Law, and Kid choose their next destination via a pose log. The two of them separated because their alliance had ended with the defeat of Big Mom and also Kaido. Luffy and Kid chose to go east while Law decided to go northeast, on the grounds that it was the shortest route to reach the next island, where Luffy and Kid grab straws to decide who will take that route. And Luffy loses in the end, saying Kid he is now the emperor, even though he lost. When discussing about Yonko, Orsi Emperor Kid took out a flyer and voiced his strong dislike towards Buggy and his new organization that is Cross Guild. With former Shichibukai, Crocodile and also Dracula Mihawk as his subordinates, he has become a figure strong enough to earn the title of Yonko. Zoro then voices his disbelief that Mihawk would be anyone's subordinate, and Luffy said Buggy was an idiot. Kid revealed that Buggy used his company to give bounties to Marine members, while commenting how much the outside world has changed. While they were in Wano, Law gave Kid a copy of the road pornglyph at Wano. Kid revealed that his crew had managed to retrieve it from Wool Cake Island some time ago. Killer states that in order to take part in the upcoming war for One Piece, they need to find the man with the burnt scars. Luffy questioned him about it before Kid left, as he told Luffy that they now had an advantage over Luffy and his crew. Then we go back to the castle, where we see Momonosuke and Kinemon looking for Yamato, where it turns out Yamato was on the roof the whole time, where he announced that he was abandoning his plans to join the Straw Hats. and will live like Kozuki Odin in the land of Wano.